Dude, where is this guy, man?
Yes, should call.
Oh.
Holy sh! That's on point.
Oh!
क्या हुआ भाई? ब्लूटूथ देख लिया क्या?
नहीं यार. आजा.
Didn't you?
भाई तू क्या था वो?
Those guys were popping wheelies like it's nobody's business. Like, how are they even doing that, dude? It's
नॉर्मल है, रोज का है भाई इधर.
It was a piece of cake for them.
अरे भाई हैदराबाद नवाबों का शहर है. नवाबों के शौक़ां भी कैसे रहते हैं आपको मालूम ही है. गाड़ियाँ इंपोर्ट करना, फूट करना, फिर उन लोगों के मैकेनिक्स हैं हैदराबाद में ट्रेन होना. तो आप लोगों की लैंग्वेज में आप बोलते हैं ना पेट्रोल हेड्स हमारे पास बाद में ज़माने से है. वो सब बातें बाद में. मेरी आरडी का क्या हुआ?
भाई आरडी तो
Wait. कौन सी आरडी?
रोहित मुझे संभालने दे यार, मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ. You'll know it eventually. भाई आरडी की बात यह है कि जब एक बार मैंने कमिटमेंट दे दी, समझो कि बात पक्की है. और फिलहाल ये छोड़ो, अब मेरी किधर है?
आपके नहीं है क्या भाई?
मैं उसकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. मैंने जो आपसे पूछी थी वो किधर है?
हाँ वो चलो
अब चलते हैं.
आप भी चलो भाई.
Let's go.
This build is unlike our previous ones because it's really special to us, and it is special because it is for one of our own. Mittu has been with Holy Shift ever since day one, and Mittu has a Royal Enfield Electra.
He had one.
He had a Royal Enfield Electra. So Mittu really loves his bike. He's a great guy. He wanted to do some really awesome things with his bike. But as you would expect, life took over and he had to leave the country for a few years. And yeah, his bike has been ever since forgotten.
So what we're going to do is go get the bike here and customize it according to Mittu's likings. But the whole catch about this build is Mittu is going to have no clue that he's working on his own bike. So in order to do that, we're going to get the bike here, which is in Visakhapatnam, and that means road trip!
So the plan is pretty straightforward. We go to Vizag, pick the parts up,
chill at the beach and drive back home.
We're here in sunny, salty, windy and humid Visakhapatnam, and this place here is where Mittu's bike has been rotting for the last many years.
Mittu get room like on this. Are you sure it's gonna be here?
We drive all the way to Vizag and we just learned that the bike we were looking for is really not there.
So what Mittu basically did was he wanted to work on his bike before he abandoned it. So he basically took the whole thing apart and never put it back together.
Wait a minute. Dude, I think I found the frame.
You sure that Mittu's?
Looks like it's got it powder coated. I'm pretty sure it says.
And finding all these parts over here, let me tell you, it was a different kind of a pain in the...
Hello, where are you from?
Let's get started.
Okay, I'm picking up stuff over here. I'm not gonna go that side.
Alright, when you pick stuff from there, I'll pick stuff up from here. And let's bounce.
Who's gonna get the engine?
So a lot of swimming through the trash later, we actually found all the crucial parts necessary for the bike, which honestly aren't that many. So all we gotta do now is drive back to Hyderabad and see what we can do.
And
with all
also
this.
get a TT injection first.
Oh yeah, that too. Dude, Harsha, you know this build is gonna be expensive.
Stop! 1 minute.
What's all that about?
1 minute, bro.
Unbelievable, man. Okay, we are now back in Hyderabad if that whole map thing wasn't clear enough. So now what we need is to get Mittu over here and figure out a way where we could pick his brains as to what his idea for the build should be, and also make him work on the bike without him really knowing that this is the same bike that he left back in Visakhapatnam.
So what we did is we called for a team meeting, and Mittu is also a part of the discussion so that he could contribute some legit and original ideas.
Oh, are you sure this is gonna work?
I'm just not sure it's gonna work. I think it might. Eventually it will.
What's up, Mittu? What's happening? Handling business, bro.
What's all this?
Basically, a customer asked us to build whatever we want.
With whatever is there in the truck.
Which customer? And that's a 5-speed.
Yeah, so?
This is going to be a bittersweet build for me because I had a similar 5-speed. That was the bike I started touring on. Then I thought I'll do a one-off build, and I took it apart. I had to leave the country after that, and she started rotting away. I think she's still rotting away somewhere in Vizag.
Anyways, guys, we need ideas.
Guys, how about we go ahead with a brat build because we haven't done one so far.
He has a point there.
No. This engine is not cut out for a brat.
Then what do you think?
A bobber. A bobber would be perfect.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So, paint ideas. We need paint ideas as well.
Okay, regarding the paint, how about we go ahead with some royal blue and with some stars and some moon on it, or otherwise flames and fury fires with some skulls and chains on it.
Hold on. We have a style, let's stick to that. A ratty build with a black paint job. Cannot go wrong on the bobber.
Are you sure?
Yes, Harsha, I'm sure.
Okay. So, what we usually do is get a bike and we disassemble it. But,
There's no disassembly,
yeah, some great person has already done it for us.
Very great person. Eh?
So, let's just put it all together, see what's what, and take it from there. Okay, we might have to build the whole bike from scratch. Let's move on to the design bit for now. Cue the non-copyrighted music. I had several ideas for this Electra build, but the idea that Mittu had blew all of my ideas out of the water. What he basically wanted to do was, he wanted to build a bobber. And to make it even cooler, he suggested we do a rat build. And for those of you who are wondering what a bobber or a rat build is, we'll explain that later on in the episode. But before all of that, let's design the shit out of this thing. The major design cue for the bike is going to be the fact that we're going to be splitting the bike right down the middle into two parts. Not the whole thing, just the bodywork. And also we're going to be giving this bike the dual purpose rim and tire setup from the Himalayan, which should up the whole badass quotient of the bike. So Mittu's bike is missing a lot of parts, including the front end. So if you remember our previous episode, we have a KTM front end lying around from the Scrambler build. We're going to drop that on this. Why? Because Jugaad. And also it's going to make the front end look extremely beefy, which is a cool thing. And to top it all off, we're going to give this bike an old, withered, rusty paint job. It's going to do justice to the whole rat bike name. And now that we have all the design part figured out, we still have to address the elephant in the room. Where is the money for all of this gonna come from? Ray. What the hell is this, man? We've got loads of parts to buy. Where do you think the money is gonna come from? Every time I ask you about the budgets, you're like, I'll handle it. All I see you doing is manhandling food over here.
Don't get personal, okay? If you want a pizza, come take and go. I said I'll handle the money, right?
I really don't know what's going on in that head of his. Hope at least for his sake, Harsha figures something out. So in the meantime, let's pull the engine apart and see what surprises this thing holds for us. This engine has been sitting for the better part of a decade, and we don't know why it was let to sit to begin with. We're gonna open it all up and rebuild the thing just to be safe.
After disassembling the engine, we send the parts off to the lathe guy to grind off the surfaces and get them ready for the brand new internals it's going to be getting. You think this really needs explaining?
Yeah, better safe than sorry, dude.
Alright. So the bike we designed for Mittu is a bobber. No, that's 1 O and 2 B's. Yeah.
Better.
Oh, okay. What is a bobber?
A bobber is a style of custom motorcycle which was originally known as the bob job.
What? Alright. So Rohit, how do you convert a normal motorcycle into a bob job?
Simple, Harsha. You first take a motorcycle, remove all the unnecessary excess parts from it, and then cut off the rear fender or bob the rear fender and completely remove the front one and ta-da!
There you go, you have yourself a bob job.
A bobber.
A bobber, yeah, okay. Alright, then what's a rat bike?
A rat bike is not this.
A rat job?
A rat bike is basically a style of bike that has been made to look like it's been falling apart over time and it's been put together using only jugaad.
Well said, Rohit. The bike we built for Mid 2 looks like a rat bike from the outside, but is brand new in every way on the inside. Bob job. Bob job.
Another day at Holy Shift. So Mittu and I were figuring out how to adapt the KTM front onto the RE, and Harsha shows up with something on the back of the Isuzu. What the? I'll be right back. What the hell is? Where did you steal this thing from, man?
I bought it.
This is a RD. I know how much RDs go for. By the looks of it, it's almost there. How much did you spend on this? We don't have that kind of money.
Dude, you're gonna pop a vessel if you keep going on like that. Calm down. I just got it for 40k.
40k.
Now relax, don't interrupt, let me finish, okay? Yeah, I got it for 40k. It wasn't so easy because I saw some RD parts lying around in our garage. So I figured out we could finish this build with those parts and the remaining we could beg, borrow and steal.
And then sell it to Zohar?
Hell yeah. And as usual, I saved the day again. And this jumble hut is not ready to say a you. So, jumble hut.
Anyway, thank you. So that's the plan. We're going to be working on a two-stroke motorcycle for the first time on Holy Shift.
The internationally known RD350 came to India in the 80s, where they were assembled and sold as the Rajdoot 350.
These things didn't sell much as they sucked at fuel efficiency but produced anywhere between 27 and 30 horsepower, which was huge for its time. So RDs might be old motorcycles, but their fan base is ever evolving. And these bikes these days have almost a cult status, and as with anything with a cult status, you can expect the price. So a good one might go anywhere from 2.5 to 3 lakhs. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this bike around.
And then the cash will flow, the parts shall come and bobber shall be built without any problems. End of story. Bye.
If it were only that simple. This bike was in great condition underneath all that dirt and literal shit, if I may add. Apparently the bike was taken apart a lot like Mittu's bike.
But turning this soaked RD into something worth 2+ lakhs isn't going to be easy.
Harsha managed to find some parts at the same place he bought the bike, but this thing is still gonna need wiring, wheels and tires, a new tank and gauges, just to name a few things off the top of my head. Restorations like this take a lot of time and effort to get right.
But through the magic of cinema, we're going to make it look super quick and super easy.
Though the RD restoration was more of a means to an end for us to finish the bobber build, there is no denying the fact that this has to be one of the purest builds we've ever done here at Holy Shift.
Shouldn't I be the one who's gonna explain the build?
Yeah, you have a point.
You and your overaction.
Well, so this build is special for us because though every part is either used or refurbished, they are all true original RD parts, and that holds great value in the RD circle. The bike cost us 40,000 rupees, which has to be nothing short of a daylight robbery.
The bike had been sitting in the open for several years, so it's no doubt that all the wiring and the rubbers had to be replaced, all of which cost us 6,500 rupees and 2,400 respectively. Refurbished rims and a set of new tires set us back 5,600 and 4,500 rupees respectively.
And one awesome thing about this build is Rohit didn't get to paint the bike. All the parts on this bike are original color. I got the side panels along with the bike that were luckily kept indoors. We sourced an original tank that matched the color of the bike thanks to an RD collector for 12,000 rupees.
So over the years, our friends and our extended friend circle have hoarded several RD parts.
We told them about the bike we were building for Mid 2 and how the money from the RD350 was going to help us pay for the bobber build.
They were more than happy just to give us the parts, and they even helped us with the restoration. So the labor, chrome bits, foot pegs, mirrors and gauges were all free.
So the new brakes were 1900 rupees. A new battery cost us 1450 rupees. Consumables and miscellaneous set us back by around 3000 rupees.
So we managed to bring this RD that was left for dead back to life in just 95,000 rupees. If I manage to squeeze anything over 2 lakhs from Zoyer, we will have enough money to bring Mittu's RE back to life and maybe pay for some beers too.
अरे पट्टों को बोल के रखा था वो एक ज़माने से, ज़रा एक गाड़ी देख लेके रखो बोल के, आरडी होना था वही अपने को. अब परसों फ़ोन करके बुलाया गराज को, मैं बोला देख लेंगे जाके. अब इतनी प्यारी कंडीशन में है गाड़ी, देख के डिच्चे मार लिया. मैं बोला इतनी साफ गाड़ी अपने को नहीं मिलती भाई. एग्जैक्ट जैसा कंडीशन मेरे को होना था, नीट पूरी स्टॉक कंडीशन में. अब मार्केट में एक तो आरडी की कमी, ऊपर से रेटा जो हर कोई बोलता भाई 3 लाख रुपए के नीचे कोई भी नहीं देते. अब भाई ना बोले भाई 2.5 लाख रुपए में अपन डन डील फाइनल कर देंगे.
So do you think we have a deal?
अरे बेशक भाई, बेशक. अला अब इससे चीख मार डील तो अपने को मार्केट में मिलने वाली नहीं है बोल के उठा लिया.
2.5 lakhs is what we got for the RD350. So now we have 1.5 lakh for the bobber build, and we can even go for a road trip and also drink unlimited beer.
So we'll save all of that for the next episode. So we'll see you guys next week.
No, but wait, what's with your haircut? Huh? Don't know about continuity or what? Unprofessional people.